One of the things that we always do whenever we have any new training classes starting is we always hold in-person interviews. Mainly to get to know the person, kind of get a sense of what their goals are, who they are as a person. And one of the things I also like to do in that interview is paint them a very realistic picture as best I can of what they're getting themselves into. And really what I try to do is give them a chance to run away. And I don't mean that as a form of like trying to bully them out or push them out. I want to give everybody an opportunity to turn away from this once they find out, or hopefully find out, just how difficult this wrestling thing is. And I think a lot, especially as in this day where wrestling is very popular right now, more so than it has been in quite some time. I think a lot of people see the shiny object and want to be a part of it, and aren't really taking the opportunity to really research what they are actually getting themselves into. So I've had people recently come in and, you ask them like, well, why do you want to do this? And they go, oh, I saw it on TV, it looks pretty cool. And they've done no research whatsoever as far as, what it takes to be a successful wrestler, like what that entails, what the backlog of work is. And I think part of that reason is, what the general public sees is the final product, the nice and shiny, polished product. They see the championship titles over everybody's shoulder. They see their favorite wrestlers or people they like to watch on the Good Morning America. They see them getting praised for, doing charity work. They see them at the basketball game. They see the cool costumes and things like that. And it's like, oh, I want that. I think I could fit in well there. And that may be the case for a lot of people. But all they're seeing is that final product. What they're not seeing is the dark side that's behind that end product. And I don't mean the dark side in like this doom and gloom type of way. What I mean is like, a lot of people don't understand the, I don't want to say negative aspect of what it takes to become a pro wrestler, because it's not negative. I just don't think people understand that it's not as glamorous while you're working towards this goal as so many people think it is. And you'd be surprised the epiphany that some people have when you actually have to explain to them some of this stuff. Like, hey, you're probably not going to have a match for a year minimum. What do you mean? Like, I can't just show up for a couple months and get put on a card? No, not if you want to do this at the level of expectation that I have of you, or any high level place has of you. You tell them, hey, a pair of wrestling boots costs probably $250 minimum. What? Like, I'm already shelving out all this money for tuition and this and that. I gotta buy that. Wait, how much does a pair of trunks cost? How much does a robe cost? How much are a pair of really high quality knee pads? Wait, what? Oh yeah, hey, guess what? You're probably gonna lose a ton of money for like the first 10 years you're in wrestling. Wait, what? But I see them on TV and they look so great. Like, I'm not gonna be making thousands of dollars every time I wrestle? No. Wait, what? I gotta be stuck in a car with 5 other people for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours for little to no pay just to wrestle maybe 5 to 10 minutes and just to get in the car and turn back around and go back home? What? What do you mean? Why am I here? Yeah, that's the reality of what you do. And I really don't think, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg. That's the easy stuff to point out, people. There is so much more that goes into that final product that you all see. The countless nights of failure, of trying to perfect or get as close to perfection as you can to perfect this craft, this art form that we do. And when people actually care about you and your success in this, they'll tell you just how bad you are and how far away you are from being credible. And that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. But it's for their own good if they want to be the absolute best at this or the best of their ability. You imagine that. And I've heard this analogy so many times. Wrestling is like an abusive relationship. you just keep getting beat down, beat down, beat down. And you go, I'll just get up and do it again tomorrow. Things will change. Eventually, sometimes they will change. But for the most part, wrestling will take so much more from you than it will give you. Believe you me. 23, 4, whatever, however many years it is now that I've been doing this thing, and I've fucking lost it all. Lost it all. But one thing I never did was stop. And eventually, the big man upstairs took care of me and gave me my life's purpose. My wife, my son, the training center. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way for everybody. The wrestling business is extremely demanding. It asks so much of us. Maybe sometimes it asks too much of us. And that is another reason why this sport, as I always say, no matter what anybody tries to tell you, pro wrestling is not for everybody. It's for everybody to enjoy, to watch, to consume. It is not for everybody to do. And you tell people that, and they get offended. And they say everyone shouldn't be included. They are. Everyone is included to enjoy this. But guess what? Every diehard Diamondbacks fan doesn't get to fucking bat cleanup for the team. It doesn't work that way. Not just based on skill, but to obtain the discipline and the work ethic to get to a level like that. It's not pretty. The work that is put in for the product that you see is not pretty, but it is reality. And I this message maybe is for anyone, maybe you're aspiring to be a wrestler, or those people that just appreciate the wrestling business. I want to give you some insight just as far as a little bit of insight as what's going on to produce that final product that you're seeing. And for aspiring wrestlers, I beg of you, it is 2025. You have the world in your hand in this thing called a cell phone with internet access, where you have immediate access to an abundance of information out there. Please, for fucking 30 minutes, do some research as far as what you are potentially getting yourself into. Fuck the moves. Fuck the matches. In the ring is only 5-10 minutes of what we do. Everything else is the hard part. The in-ring is the easy part. I can teach you the in-ring stuff, but what I have the hardest time teaching people is this. Being mentally fit to do such a fucking mentally taxing thing such as pro wrestling. The most objectified sport in the world. Completely not based on your skill alone. Do your research. Look who came before you. Who are those people that you look up to? How did they get to where they are? Don't block out the horror stories, because the horror stories are true. Long nights, little to no pay, no sleep, missing time with your friends and your family, missing special occasions, having people angry at you while you try to strive to do something that you wanted to do, maybe for your whole life, maybe you just thought about it 3 months ago. Nobody will ever understand why you are doing this in the first place. They won't. If they don't love this like you do, they will never understand why you do it, let alone why you watch it. Don't take this lightly. People have lost everything for this. And for what? Everyone can tell their own tale. Was it worth it to some people? I'm sure it was. Was it worth it to others? No. This is a cautionary tale. I just don't want you getting into wrestling thinking that it's as shiny, bright, and beautiful as what you see on TV. Because I assure you, everybody that you do see on TV has also experienced the negative side that I just spoke about, the dark side, the struggles physically, mentally, your body being beat to high fucking hell, your mental capacity shot. Am I worth it? Why am I wasting my time? Am I tough enough? Did I tell myself a lie? Am I good at anything? Those are real thoughts that go through people's minds on a regular basis. Here's my other piece of advice. If you want to get into wrestling, wrestling won't save you. If you don't have your life together before you decide to get into this, wrestling will only make it worse. And I've had so many people say, wrestling is all I have. It's all I've ever wanted to do. I need it to save my life. You're uninformed. You're naive. You don't understand. Because listen to someone who's been there. Listen to others that are there right now. Wrestling will make your life worse if your shit isn't together in the first place. If you have mental health issues, which everybody likes to say, guess what? Deep down, everybody has a fucking mental health issue. It's how you deal with it. And if you can't deal with it in the real world, I assure you, you will not be able to deal with it in the fucking make-believe world of pro wrestling that is out to get you. Because that's what it does. The weak never survive, physically or mentally. Never survive at the high level. You can fucking put a ring up in a backyard somewhere right now, and you can fool the other idiot friends that you know and tell them, I'm a wrestler, I pay my dues. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That takes nothing. I'm talking about getting somewhere that means something. And guess what? To do that, to reach that pinnacle, to reach that peak, it's hard. It's difficult. Mentally and physically. That's why there's so few spots available, because so few people can do that. So few people can put up with that. The greatest form of entertainment in the world, if you ask me. Love it. Huge part of my life. For all the shit that I've had to go through for the past 24 years, I wouldn't hesitate to do it all again, because at this point, this is all I know. This is ingrained in me. This is too much of a part of me. Don't take it for granted. Just take the time to educate yourself and realize that the journey to the promised land isn't a flat surface.